Hey everyone, this is Megan Elizabeth with AboveRubyStudio.com. Today's Check This Out video is about this really awesome blank fabric scrapbook. It's an American Crafts scrapbook, and it's really a nice quality scrapbook with a photo opening to really customize and have a lot of fun with your everyday scrapbooks. And I love the color brown and black for my scrapbooks. I think every single one of my scrapbooks are brown or black because they just look so nice lined up on my shelf in my living room with the brown or the black binding. I wanted to show you guys a couple ways that you can customize plain, solid scrapbook books, just like this one. And the one thing that you can do that's really just a simple, easy thing is pick up a scrap band. Now, this is the Enjoy the Moments Megan Elizabeth collection of scrap bands, of course. They're a lot of fun, and they're beautiful colors because I'm really into the yellow, gray, pink, brown kind of thing, and that's what every one of the scrap bands in this collection is about. And they're great because they just go on the outer edge of your scrapbook, just like so. You can decorate it, and it's just a great way to, you know, add just a little bit of color to the outside of your layouts. And it's a functional thing because or the outside of your books rather, and it keeps your books from slipping open. When you really fill these things up, they start slipping, pages start sliding out. This keeps it all together for you. So a scrap band is a really great thing to have on hand, especially for your plain scrapbooks. Great way to bling it up. The other thing that I have that you can bling it up with is this is a rhinestone sticker sheet, and they're really awesome. You can cut them out. These are resin rhinestones that are cuttable, die cuttable, so you can use them in any of your die cutting machines with a deeper cut blade. And you can peel off the sticker backing and just kind of stick it down and bling up. Look how cute this looks. Bling up the outside of your scrapbook page, or I keep calling it a scrapbook page, your scrapbook, your actual album. And you can do a lot of different things with that. So this flourish kind of looks a lot of fun. But what I'm really excited about showing you today is doing a stencil. And I made my own stencil using the Artiste Cricut cartridge, but you can use any Cricut cartridge. There's tons and tons of phrases and shapes and words and different things out there. But I liked this one that said family as kind of like a one shape thing, and it had a little heart. You can see it has a little heart there in the family. And I cut it out using my Square One adhesive backed fabric. And I cut it out kind of big because I kind of thought it could go down here. And I'm going to peel it up from my backing sheet. Give me a second. Okay, peel it up from my backing sheet. And I think I cut it all the way through. Yeah, I did a kiss cut. And because this is a removable, repositionable product, this is going to be awesome because I can use it a couple different ways. I can use the white that says family on my wall or on something different later, or I could even just stick the word family right on here and not use paint. But I'm going to use an acrylic paint with a paint transfer for this. And the cool thing about this product is if it sticks to itself, you don't have to freak out. And it's not, you don't want to rip it, but it's not so fragile that it'll like rip apart like any kind of just normal vinyl would. So it's sticking to itself a little bit, but I can peel it apart and not really have to worry about it. All right, let's see. We're gonna start with the base. All right, I'm gonna stick it right down here. And I did kind of measure this out to see if this would fit, and it should fit perfectly. You just want to line up the edges, the sides. So measure your scrapbook to do this. And you could do a family name. Like you could actually put names and customize with your child's name if you're doing your, your child's album. You can do, a last name. This is a great wedding gift. It's also a great Christmas present, grandparents, aunts, uncles, teachers. And it's really simple to do. So I'm going to make sure that it's all the way stuck down. You don't want any bubbles for a stencil. And this is not a bubbling kind of material, which is really great. And then you're going to have to put in the other centerpieces, which I guess I didn't really anticipate doing. I thought it would come off in more one solid piece than it did, but that's okay. You just have to carefully line it up. And it doesn't have to be exact. Like it really, you can pretty much eyeball it and see where it's supposed to go. Like that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, so you could just take the actual repositionable fabric and stick it up here and just cut it out and decorate it and be done, move on, not worry about other pieces. And not worry about painting. And you can get out bubbles really easily. And I can remove this from here. This is not gonna have to be a permanent thing. If you want it to be a permanent thing, I would suggest not using this product. You'd have to use like an iron-on heat transfer kind of product of some sort. Not too bad. There you go. Now you could also do the same technique on like a wood project or something like that as well, and that looks like really beautiful. But I'll be able to save this and stick it back onto my backing sheet when I'm finished, which is the best part. You just want to grab some acrylic paint of your choice. Now I want to do yellow because I'm really into yellow, and I thought I would do this scrap band on it as well. So this scrap band can go over here, and then family will be here, and I can put a picture in the center. And I want it to do the yellow. So I need to have a fabric paint medium because you're going to need to use that for it to kind of thin out the acrylic paint to go on the fabric of this. And I'm going to do just a little bit of yellow. And I don't want quite such a bright yellow, so I'm going to add a little bit of white to it. Just a little. Drop of white. And then it tells you right on the medium like it's a 2 to 1. So if you have like 2 parts paint to 1 part medium, you're just going to want to have like half the amount be your medium. So you just kind of eyeball it. You can measure. I know people that actually measure. I've never worried about it. I don't know. It's not something I've ever worried about. But you want to make sure it's blended together really good. That is the important part, is making sure that your paint and your medium are thoroughly mixed. And I'm just doing it on a paper plate. You don't need a lot for this kind of project because it's going to be kind of stenciled on, just kind of dabbled on, so that it keeps from, you know, spreading outside of where you want it to be. So I'm just going to start right on top of my fabric. Dabble, dabble. And then I'm going to let it dry for not the full like length of time, maybe like a half hour or so. But with such a thin layer of paint, it's not going to need very long, so maybe only 15 minutes. I don't know. I'll just let it go for a little while, see how I feel about it, where it's at dry time, and then peel back my square one fabric, adhesive fabric, and see where we're at. And you guys can take a look at how I think this will turn out like beautifully awesome. And again, you know, customize this any which way. Cut out different letters and different shapes and do a family name, or do, you know, your son's name or your daughter's name, or, you know, anybody really. You can just do a lot with it. You want to watch doing brush strokes. I just peeled it back a little bit, so there might be a little bit of a ick spot. Oh well. All right. We'll let that go and I'll be right back. So what I am going to do is peel back the outside first, and I'm just going to let the rest of it kind of go and dry, but you can see just how this peels off and how awesome that is going to look, and it's just going to be so custom and beautiful. Now you can go wash this off or just throw it away. Either way, it's totally up to you. And I'm going to let the rest of it just kind of set and dry a little bit, and then what you're going to want to use is some kind of pick or X-Acto knife or something like that to peel up the inside pieces so that you don't get paint where you don't want it to be. So if you just grab a knife, you can peel back the rest of your pieces. And you just want to do it very carefully. Alright, so just in a matter of a few minutes, I customized this album, and then you can stick whatever else you want on here. Add some rhinestones, add some bling, but it keeps it completely flat and beautiful. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoy the moments. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye!